Kitsap County is working hard on the upcoming Comprehensive Plan update. Kitsap 2035, growing for a better tomorrow. As part of the planning effort, a lot of collaboration is happening inside the county, as well as between the county and other local organizations. And joining me now to talk about their involvement in the comp plan is Danielle Schaeffner. She's an environmental health specialist. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
Tell us a little bit about what your job entails with the health district.
Absolutely. So here at the health district, we have two main divisions, one of which is a community health division and the other is an environmental health division. And so some of those services in those two divisions are lower cost immunizations and HIV and AIDS case management and addressing public health issues such as obesity with our chronic disease prevention team, which I am a part of. And then in our environmental health division, we work to provide education and support to really minimize the need for enforcement, to really lessen pollution, and we really focus in food, living environment, and water and sanitation, amongst others like pollution identification and hazardous waste. So there's a lot going on.
That's a huge department.
Yes.
How many people work in the health district? How
Right
many
now
employees?
we have around 90 FTEs, and so that's not exactly how many people we may have, but that's how many full-time positions there are. So it is definitely a large undertaking and many, many services. And I would say that we provide services to every single person in this county. They are available to everyone.
Exactly, they are available to everyone. Do you have a figure for 2014, how many people were touched by the county, or any idea on
Well,
like that
if we
at all?
go with the county population, it's right around 250,000 people right now, so that's quite a feat.
So you might not know it in your everyday life, but the Kitsap County Health District is touching your life. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And to answer your question about what my role is specifically, I am a brand new position at the health district, and I am an environmental health specialist working in community health. So I not only bridge internally, but I bridge externally as well. So it's a really neat opportunity, and in that role I really focus on how our spaces, our community areas that we live and work and play in support our health. And we call that the built environment. All of that goes into promoting and enforcing healthy behaviors and overall well-being. So that's what I focus on.
That's great.
Yep.
That's such forward thinking. It really is.
It is prevention. It is prevention.
Prevention.
Yep.
Danielle, what are the top two threats to Kitsap County as far as disease? What are the top two things that the district is focusing on?
So that's a tricky question because there's a lot of different perspectives.
Right.
So I'm going to address it from my role on the chronic disease prevention team.
Good.
And say that obesity is definitely one of our top priorities. Reducing and preventing obesity, we recognize it as a huge risk factor for many chronic diseases. And it's also in line with the priorities for 2015 that our Kitsap Community Health Prioritization process chose. So we really look to that as, not only something that is affecting over 60% of Kitsap residents, but something that's responsible for chronic disease, which we know is the leading cause of death and disability, not just in Kitsap, but in the country. So we look at these things not only as, problems and issues that we need to address in and of themselves, but the bigger picture is also that obesity leads to diabetes and hypertension and a lot of other illness that we see, consuming over 75% of healthcare costs.
Right.
The CDC estimates that at least 1 in 2 Americans have at least a chronic disease. So, this is definitely a big issue and a big priority for us here.
Wow. How is community planning, long-range planning, how does it help the health district? How do you use those tools?
It's a very good question. We know that the spaces we live in affect our health. We know that if you can walk to a store and get a healthier food option, if you can bike to a bus stop, if you can take your kids to a park, there is evidence, we know that that encourages healthier living, and in that same vein, it decreases whether you're as likely to have a chronic disease or obesity. So we know that that connect exists, and we know that if we can work to create policies and programs that really enforce healthier living, that we are, we're there. We're at the prevention forefront for chronic disease.
That's great. How about collaboration? How is the Health District collaborating with Department of Community Development on long-range planning?
Absolutely. So we've been working with the county for a couple of years now, and since earlier this year, we made our first sort of draft of recommendations about what we see in the comp plan that is really good and supportive of community health, what we would like to add, some of the prioritizations, and that's
Right.
really where we are now, is looking at, out of all these goals and policies, what do we really see as those top priorities? And we'll be reaching out to our partners such as transportation and transit, and other community-based organizations, and really getting an idea for, what is going to be that lowest hanging fruit? Where can we really make that difference? And
Great.
make this comprehensive plan as actionable and feasible as possible moving forward. So we're really looking forward to it.
That's great.
We've made recommendations such as increasing bikeways and pathways, making it more accessible to produce and access food, local healthy foods, and also really make sure that people are within walkable and safe distances from transit and commercial centers, so that either the need for a car or that time it would take is no longer a factor for somebody who needs to access something.
Excellent, Danielle. She's a wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And thanks for tuning in.
Great communities don't just happen. They take vision, planning, and collaborative teamwork. Kitsap 2035 is the comprehensive plan update for all of unincorporated Kitsap County. And we'd love to hear from you. To learn more, share your comments, or to sign up for updates, please visit compplan.kitsapgov.com. Kitsap 2035, growing for a better tomorrow.